My horrible parents booked a vacation for the whole family but excluded my wife, but we found out why my wife is always singled out and it made our jaws drop. My family has always been close-knit and well off. We own a successful construction company that my grandfather started. Growing up, we took elaborate family trips every year to places like Hawaii, Europe, and ski resorts. When I married Jessica 2 years ago, something shifted. My parents became distant and started making excuses for why she couldn't join certain family events. At first, I thought they just needed time to adjust. Last month, my dad announced he'd booked a luxury cruise to Alaska for the whole family. 10 days, all expenses paid, departing in July. Everyone was texting in our family group chat about how excited they were. I called my dad to thank him and asked what cabin Jessica and I would be staying in. There was this long pause before he said, "Oh, I only booked for immediate family members, just the core group." I was confused. "Dad, Jessica is my wife. She is immediate family." He started rambling about how the ship was fully booked and there were no more cabins available. But here's what made me suspicious. My cousin Mark and his girlfriend of 6 months were included. They aren't even married, but somehow she made the cut and my wife didn't. I told my dad I wouldn't be going if Jessica wasn't invited. He got defensive and said I was being dramatic over a simple oversight. But this wasn't an oversight. This was a pattern. Jessica wasn't invited to my nephew's baptism because there wasn't enough space at the restaurant. She wasn't included in our annual Christmas Eve gift exchange because she wasn't really family yet. She wasn't even invited to my grandmother's 80th birthday party because my mom said it was just for blood relatives. I was furious. Jessica had been nothing but kind and respectful to my family. She brought homemade cookies to every gathering, remembered everyone's birthdays, and even helped my mom plan my dad's surprise retirement party. Yet they treated her like an outsider. I told my parents we were done with their games. If Jessica wasn't welcome, neither was I. We booked our own vacation to Yellowstone instead. That's when things got really ugly. My mom called me crying, saying I was tearing the family apart over someone I'd only known for 3 years. My dad left voicemails accusing Jessica of turning me against them. The breaking point came when my younger brother Tyler called me drunk one night. He'd been feeling guilty and needed to get something off his chest. "Dude, you need to know why mom and dad really don't like Jessica," he slurred into the phone. "It's not because she's not family, it's because she's black." My stomach dropped. "What are you talking about?" Tyler explained that our parents had been having secret conversations about how disappointed they were that I'd married outside our race. They were worried about what people at the country club would think. They didn't want mixed-race grandchildren because it would complicate things. I felt sick. My wife had been excluded and humiliated because my parents are racist. All those excuses about space limitations were just covers for their bigotry. The next day, I confronted my parents directly. I played Tyler's voicemail on speaker and demanded an explanation. My dad tried to deny it at first, but eventually admitted they were concerned about cultural differences. My mom actually said, "We just think you could have found someone more suitable." I lost it. I told them their racism was disgusting and that they'd lost a son along with a daughter-in-law. Jessica and I packed up everything we had at their house and left. We've been no contact for 6 months now. My brother Tyler has been supportive and apologetic. He's even started bringing his black girlfriend to family events just to spite our parents. My cousin Mark finally understands why we never come around anymore and has been trying to bridge the gap, but my parents, they've doubled down. They sent us a Christmas card with a note saying they were praying we'd come to our senses and that their door was always open if I wanted to discuss things rationally. The most heartbreaking part is that Jessica blamed herself for months. She kept asking what she'd done wrong and why they didn't like her. I had to explain that their hatred had nothing to do with her character and everything to do with their prejudice. We're building our own family traditions now. Jessica's parents have welcomed me with open arms. Her dad taught me how to grill his famous jerk chicken, and her mom sends me care packages with homemade soup when I'm sick. It's their loss. They're missing out on knowing an incredible woman because of their outdated, hateful views. When Jessica and I have kids someday, those children will never know their paternal grandparents, and that's entirely my parents' choice. Some people